What if I told you? The biggest basketball league in the world, the NBA, might be hiding a secret so dark, so explosive, that even the US government is afraid to say it out loud? Because according to a series of leaked documents and insider whispers, federal investigators are quietly building a case suggesting that the entire NBA, from team owners to referees, even some star players, could be tangled in one of the largest corruption scandals in American sports history. It all started when a mysterious FBI memo surfaced online, hinting at coordinated manipulation of outcomes and financial misconduct linked to offshore accounts. At first, people laughed it off. But then, one whistleblower, rumored to be a former league executive, vanished just days before he was supposed to testify. Suddenly the joke stopped. Fans are stunned, players are panicking, and behind closed doors, powerful people are scrambling to control the damage. Could this be the real reason behind those suspicious referee calls, shocking trades, and record-breaking betting surges? Stay tuned, because tonight we're diving deep into the story the NBA never wanted you to hear. This is the US government thinks the entire NBA might be corrupt. The story begins quietly, almost too quietly. A few tweets, a rumor here and there, something about the Department of Justice opening a review into NBA operations. At first, nobody takes it seriously. Sports rumors come and go every week, but this one feels different. It's not coming from anonymous fan pages or gossip blogs. It's coming from journalists who usually deal with national security, not basketball. And when CNN's late-night ticker flashes the headline, "Federal Agencies Investigating NBA Financial Practices," the sports world stops breathing. The league releases a short statement that night, calling the claims unfounded and speculative. But the internet isn't buying it. Screenshots of alleged emails start circulating, messages between top executives discussing something they call game balance strategy. The emails mention phrases like referee alignment, key market narrative, and stakeholder satisfaction ratios. Fans start decoding every word, and before dawn, hashtags like #Nemba Scandal and Rigged League are trending worldwide. Inside the NBA headquarters in New York, tension is unbearable. Adam Silver reportedly calls an emergency meeting. Behind closed doors, voices are raised, tempers flare, and one insider later leaks that the commissioner slammed his fist on the table, demanding to know who talked. "This could destroy everything," someone whispers, and those words echo through the building. Meanwhile, players start to feel the pressure. Some refuse to comment, others post cryptic messages on social media. LeBron tweets a single emoji, the eyes. Steph Curry posts a photo of himself staring out at the horizon captioned, "Truth always wins." The internet explodes. Everyone wants answers. Then, a podcast host named Drew Mathers claims to have spoken to a whistleblower, a former assistant to an NBA financial advisor. The whistleblower, identified only as M, tells Drew that certain games were strategically influenced to create narrative arcs for television audiences. The league wanted drama, M says. They wanted villains, heroes, heartbreaks, and miracles. And sometimes, when the story didn't go their way, they adjusted it. Drew laughs nervously during the interview, but M doesn't. The government found out, M continues, and they're not happy about it. 2 days later, Drew Mathers' podcast disappears. His channel is wiped clean, his Twitter account locked. Fans start posting screenshots begging for answers. Drew releases one cryptic video on an alt platform saying only, "They told me to stop. They told me to keep my mouth shut." His eyes dart nervously off camera, and the feed cuts. That's when the first leak hits. It's a document marked restricted, supposedly from a joint investigation between the SEC and the FBI. It lists suspicious betting activity tied to NBA games dating back 5 years. The document suggests a pattern of predictive influence connected to high-profile investors and, shockingly, several team owners. The public loses its mind. How deep does this go? Reporters swarm practice facilities. Players dodge questions. "We play ball, man," one star says before storming out of an interview. Others aren't so calm. A rookie bursts into tears during a press conference, muttering, "I didn't sign up for this." His agent quickly pulls him off stage. As the scandal unfolds, something strange happens. Former referees begin to speak out, some anonymously. One of them, identified as Ref 22, claims that before certain playoff games, they were given performance briefings from league executives emphasizing preferred outcomes. "They never said to throw the game outright," Ref 22 explains. "They said things like, 'Let the stars play,' or 'Keep it close.' But when millions are bet on the outcome, what do those words really mean?" The NBA denies everything, of course, yet the cracks keep showing. Old clips resurface, questionable calls, bizarre technical fouls, miraculous comebacks that now seem too perfect. Conspiracy channels start splicing game footage with alleged betting data, creating montages that go viral overnight. One video titled, "Proof the NBA is Rigged," hits 10 million views in less than a day. Meanwhile, fans are divided. Some defend their favorite teams fiercely, others feel betrayed. Social media becomes a war zone. "I can't even watch the finals the same way," one fan writes. "If this is true, the whole league is fake." Another replies, "Wake up, it's always been entertainment first, sports second." Arguments turn personal, friendships end, and entire fan communities start splintering apart. The drama doesn't stop there. Rumors emerge that two powerful team owners have turned on each other. A source close to one ownership group claims they're preparing to sue the league if found guilty, accusing other franchises of collusive manipulation. An insider says, the owners are eating each other alive. Everyone's trying to save their own name. And then, the most shocking twist yet, a former player, known for his explosive temper and long history with the league, steps forward during a live interview. His voice shakes as he says, "You think I didn't notice? You think I didn't see what was happening? We were told to play along. I couldn't do it anymore." The interviewer leans in, stunned. "Are you saying the NBA instructed players to throw games?" The player pauses. "I'm saying, we were told what stories they wanted. We were told who the hero should be. If we didn't fit that story, they made sure we didn't make it to the end." Silence fills the studio. Then, chaos. Social media melts down. Sports talk shows spend days debating whether the player's statement is genuine or part of a personal vendetta. But the damage is done. The seed of doubt is planted deep. Sponsors begin quietly pulling out. Endorsement deals are paused, pending clarification. Ticket sales plummet. The NBA brand, once untouchable, starts to look fragile. And just when it seems things couldn't get worse, a strange message appears on a government whistleblower forum. Wait until you see what they did with the referees' bonuses. Overnight, rumors spread that referees were rewarded based on how closely their officiating aligned with preferred broadcast outcomes. Spreadsheets leak, showing payout patterns that match suspicious game results. It's no longer about one bad call. It's about a system designed to create maximum emotional impact. By this point, even Congress is paying attention. A few senators publicly demand transparency, saying that the American people deserve to know whether professional sports are being manipulated for profit. The NBA tries to contain the narrative, but it's like trying to stop a tidal wave with bare hands. Adam Silver releases another statement, his voice steady, but his eyes tired. "These allegations are deeply disturbing and categorically false," he says. "We will cooperate fully with any inquiry." But the public doesn't believe him anymore. Memes flood the internet. Silver's face photoshopped into movie posters for mob dramas. Captions reading, "Commissioner of Chaos." Inside NBA headquarters, panic sets in. Executives argue over crisis management strategies. "We need a scapegoat," one says. "Blame it on a rogue ref, a betting syndicate, anything." Another responds, "If we go that route, it means admitting it happened." A silence follows. The room goes cold. One executive whispers, "Maybe it's already too late." Executive whispers, "Maybe it's already too late." Outside, reporters camp out by team facilities, players' homes, even referees' neighborhoods. Fans hold protest signs during games. "We want the truth." And when the national anthem plays, the usual cheers are replaced with uneasy murmurs. Behind the scenes, a secret meeting takes place, involving top NBA officials, legal advisors, and, allegedly, a government representative. No one knows exactly what was discussed, but a janitor who overheard parts of it later tells a reporter, "They were scared. I heard one of them say, 'If this gets out, the league is done.'" And that's when a mysterious black SUV is spotted pulling up to NBA headquarters late one night. 3 men in suits walk in, carrying briefcases. They're not NBA staff. No one knows who they are. But someone snaps a photo, and it goes viral within hours. The caption reads, "FBI in the building." What happens next would shake the foundation of American sports forever. The photo of the black SUV becomes the most shared image on social media within hours. People zoom in, analyze license plates, and even match reflections on the car windows trying to identify who the men in suits were. The NBA refuses to comment. The FBI gives a simple statement, no comment on ongoing investigations. And that's when everyone knows, it's real. The investigation isn't a rumor anymore. It's happening. The next morning, chaos hits the league office. Security tightens, emails are frozen, and staff are told not to speak to the media. Insiders describe the building as eerily quiet, except for the clicking of keyboards and whispered phone calls. One staffer leaks a message to a reporter. It's bad. They're auditing everything, even private communications. Fans are glued to their screens as news anchors repeat the same question. Could America's favorite sport be built on lies? Late-night talk shows start making jokes, but the laughter feels forced. The nation is divided. Some think it's a witch hunt, others believe it's the biggest cover-up in sports history. Meanwhile, one story starts spreading fast. An anonymous source claims that the investigation began after a pattern was noticed by financial analysts at the Treasury Department. Apparently, millions of dollars were moving through offshore accounts tied to shell companies owned by sports consultants. Those companies were allegedly used to funnel money connected to game outcomes. According to the source, the transactions lined up perfectly, with certain playoff upsets. Journalist named Tina Rogers from a small independent outlet manages to get an exclusive interview with a man she calls the broker. The broker's face is blurred, voice distorted, but his words send shockwaves across the internet. Games were priced like stocks, he says. Investors bet not on talent, but on storylines. They paid millions to make sure the right team lost or won, because it controlled viewership, merch sales, and international deals. Tina presses him for details. Who's behind it? The broker hesitates. You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Try me, she insists. Some of the biggest names in American business, he replies. And they're not just investing in basketball, they're investing in the illusion of competition. By morning, the clip is everywhere. Conspiracy channels dissect every word. Mainstream outlets scramble to verify it. But before anyone can confirm the broker's identity, Tina Rogers' website crashes. Her email is hacked, her social accounts wiped clean. Her final post reads, "They're watching me." The drama spills onto the court. That night, two teams refuse to play, citing player safety concerns. Others take the floor but look distracted. Commentators stumble through awkward silences, unsure what to say. During one broadcast, a player is caught on a hot mic saying, "Why are we even playing if it's all fixed?" His teammate shushes him, eyes darting toward the cameras. The league tries to move forward, but the energy feels off. Fans boo referees louder than ever, chanting "rigged" every time a questionable foul is called. Some fans throw fake money onto the court in protest. The spectacle that was once America's pride now feels like a public trial. And then comes another twist. An internal NBA memo leaks. It's titled Crisis Communication Phase 2. It outlines talking points for league officials, including deflect, deny, and delay. One section explicitly states, avoid acknowledging government involvement. The memo is signed by an NBA executive named Robert Chalmers, who mysteriously resigns 2 hours after the leak goes public. Reporters chase Chalmers down outside his apartment. Cameras flash, questions fly, but he says nothing. He just stares into the lens, pale and trembling, before muttering, "You don't know what's really happening." Then he disappears into a black car and drives away. Meanwhile, the government's silence only fuels speculation. An unnamed source within the Justice Department tells a journalist that the investigation has expanded beyond basketball. What that means, no one knows. But people start wondering, if the NBA is being manipulated, could other leagues be next? As tensions rise, a new character enters the drama. Maria Dawson, the widow of a former NBA referee who died under mysterious circumstances in 2019. She breaks her silence during an emotional interview, claiming her husband was about to go public before his sudden death. Tears fill her eyes as she says, "He told me he couldn't live with the guilt anymore. He said he was part of something that wasn't just about basketball. And then, a week later, he was gone." Her story sends chills across the nation. Fans begin demanding that the government release their findings. People start holding vigils outside arenas, holding candles and signs reading "Justice for the Game." Others begin chanting, "Truth or nothing." Then, in the middle of this storm, an anonymous video surfaces on a dark web forum. The video shows what appears to be a boardroom meeting. Grainy footage, shaky camera, muffled voices. A man whose face is never shown says, "We can't let the playoffs go to that market again. The numbers drop when they win. Shift the calls. Make sure it's competitive, but don't let them close it." The room laughs. Investigators can't verify the video, but fans identify the logo on the wall, the NBA's old branding from 5 years ago. The timing matches perfectly with one of the seasons under investigation. The government now faces immense pressure to respond. Reporters swarm the White House briefing room. A spokesperson finally admits certain irregularities within the NBA are under review. That's all they say, but it's enough. Headlines explode. The NBA under federal investigation confirmed. The league's stock partners lose billions overnight. Sponsors start to panic. The mood in every NBA city turns sour. One night, during a live broadcast, fans storm the court mid-game holding a banner that reads, "We deserve honesty." Security rushes in, cameras cut away, but the moment becomes immortalized online. Backstage, a young player confronts his coach. "Coach, tell me the truth. Are we part of this?" The coach hesitates. "Son, sometimes the game's bigger than the ball." The player looks crushed. "You mean we're all just puppets?" The coach walks away without answering. Meanwhile, the whistleblower M, who first spoke out to Drew Mathers, resurfaces under a new alias. In a secret online forum, M posts, "It's worse than you think. It's not about betting. It's about control. The government knew years ago, but they needed proof. Now they have it." The post includes a zip file titled Operation Crossover, allegedly containing internal communications between NBA executives and foreign investors. Within minutes, the file is downloaded by thousands, but then mysteriously disappears. Every mirror link gets deleted, every re-upload flagged, .m vanishes again. The NBA tries one last move to repair its image, a public conference streamed live across the world. Adam Silver stands at the podium, voice shaky but determined. "We believe in transparency," he says. "We will release all relevant data and cooperate fully with investigators." As he speaks, someone interrupts from the crowd, a man shouting, "Tell them about the Vegas meetings!" Security tackles him, but the words echo. Vegas meetings. What does that mean? Within hours, leaks appear online showing that top NBA officials allegedly met with major betting syndicates in Las Vegas during key playoff years. The purpose of the meetings remains unknown, but one leaked agenda item stands out. Strategic viewership coordination. Strategic viewership coordination. The backlash is instant. Players start deleting social media accounts. Coaches resign mid-season. Referees go into hiding. The once glamorous world of professional basketball now looks like the set of a crime thriller. As the sun sets on another disastrous day for the league, fans across the world sit in disbelief. Could the game they grew up loving be nothing more than a scripted show? The question hangs heavy in the air, and no one, not the players, not the executives, not even the government, seems ready to answer it. And just when it feels like things couldn't spiral further, a new document leaks. One that threatens to expose the name of a current superstar who allegedly cooperated with investigators from the beginning. The leak drops at midnight, and the internet doesn't sleep. A PDF labeled Player X Affidavit circulates across underground forums before hitting mainstream social media within minutes. The file claims that a current NBA superstar has been secretly cooperating with federal agents for months. The name is redacted in the document, but clues within it, dates, flight logs, and game schedules, make it easy for fans to connect the dots. By sunrise, the internet is convinced they know who it is. The name trending at #1 worldwide, Damian Lillard. Fans are stunned. Some refuse to believe it. Others feel betrayed. "He was the only one I thought was real," one tweet reads. "If even he's part of this, then what's the point of watching anymore?" The alleged evidence feels impossible to ignore. Screenshots from private messages show Player X sending encrypted emails to a contact labeled Federal Liaison. In one message, the player writes, "I'm doing this because I can't watch them ruin the game I love." By morning, cameras swarm outside Lillard's home. He doesn't speak, but his face says everything. Tired eyes, clenched jaw. The look of a man caught in a storm he didn't start but can't escape. His agent releases a statement calling the rumors false and defamatory, but that only fuels more speculation. Sports talk shows erupt into chaos. Pundits argue live on air. One host says, if this leak is true, Lillard might go down as both a traitor and a hero. Another snaps back, no, he's just trying to save himself. The feds probably offered him immunity. The tension between the commentators mirrors the tension consuming the entire basketball world. Meanwhile, a second whistleblower surfaces, this time claiming to be a former NBA data analyst. Going by the alias Vector, the whistleblower releases an audio recording allegedly from a 2021 league strategy call. Voices on the recording discuss manipulating game pacing to sustain engagement metrics and maximize emotional payout. One voice, eerily calm, says, "We're not just running a league, we're directing a saga." The line sends chills through the internet. Memes flood every platform, quoting the phrase, "directing a saga." T-shirts appear overnight, parodying the NBA logo with the tagline, "National Basketball Actors." But not everyone is laughing. Former players start speaking out. Some confess to having long suspected manipulation. Others deny it furiously. One retired all-star, visibly shaken during a live interview, says, "I remember missing shots on purpose because the coach told me the game needed to stay competitive. I thought it was strategy. Now I don't know anymore." Reporters dig deeper into the Vegas meetings mentioned in the last leak. Flight manifests show multiple executives and referees flying to Las Vegas in off-seasons, staying at luxury hotels under aliases. One document includes a reservation under the name Mr. Alan Sharp, but the signature matches a known league executive. And then comes another bombshell. Surveillance footage from a Vegas hotel showing Adam Silver himself entering a conference room with two known gambling moguls. The footage is grainy, but the internet doesn't care. The commissioner was there, people post furiously. He knew everything. The NBA tries to block the footage's circulation, but it's too late. Millions have already seen it. Fans hold protests outside arenas, chanting, "No more lies." Some players refuse to suit up, demanding the league come clean. Others are scared to speak at all, worried their contracts will vanish overnight. And then, in an unexpected twist, a group of hackers claiming to be fans who want justice takes over the NBA's official website. They replace the homepage with a countdown timer and a message. Truth drops in 48 hours. The site goes offline, but the message spreads everywhere. Nobody knows if it's real or another hoax, but the anticipation grows unbearable. As the world waits, strange things start happening. A former league accountant vanishes from his home in Chicago. Neighbors say he packed suddenly and left in the middle of the night. Another former official is found in a hotel room in Miami, reportedly suffering from extreme stress and paranoia. Whispers of a cleanup operation begin circulating. Inside the NBA, paranoia reaches its peak. Executives accuse each other of leaking. Private meetings are recorded. Lawyers work overtime drafting non-disclosure agreements. Nobody trusts anyone anymore, one insider says. The league's eating itself alive. Meanwhile, Damian Lillard finally breaks his silence in an emotional Instagram live. Sitting in a dark room, voice trembling, he says, "I didn't sell anyone out. I told the truth because I couldn't live a lie anymore. They called me crazy. They told me I'd never play again. But I had to do what was right." Tears fill his eyes. Basketball used to mean something. Now it's just a script. The internet explodes. Millions tune in live. Some call him brave. Others accuse him of lying to protect himself. A former teammate comments on the stream, writing, "We warned you, bro." The message disappears seconds later, and then the countdown ends. The hackers make good on their promise. At exactly 9 p.m., they release thousands of confidential NBA emails. Among them are conversations between executives, referees, and media partners discussing content arcs, audience manipulation, and emotional calibration for finals viewership. One line stands out. "If the Celtics win this year, the ratings will drop by 13%. We need the narrative to favor the underdogs." The backlash is immediate and unstoppable. Every major outlet covers the leaks. Government officials confirm that the files are now part of an active investigation. The president himself is asked about it during a press briefing. He sighs and says, "I grew up watching basketball. I hope these allegations aren't true, but if they are, we'll ensure accountability." It's a surreal moment. America's most beloved sport now stands accused of being nothing more than a business drama disguised as competition. Late-night comedians go silent. Sponsors flee. Ticket prices crash. One legendary team owner sells his franchise overnight, citing irreversible reputational damage. But behind the chaos, a new name emerges. Someone who might have orchestrated the entire system. Internal emails reference a mysterious figure called the Architect. No one knows who it is, but the tone in the messages suggests even top executives feared them. One email reads, "The Architect wants the finals to be legendary. Make sure the script delivers." Rumors explode online. Some claim the Architect is a billionaire investor who secretly controls multiple franchises. Others think it's an international media mogul who saw basketball as a storytelling empire. But one theory stands out, that the Architect isn't one person, but a collective of elite owners manipulating outcomes for global influence. As the investigation widens, federal agents reportedly seize hard drives from NBA offices. Players are subpoenaed to testify. Live games are suspended for 2 weeks pending compliance review. Fans riot outside arenas. Families are torn apart. Lifelong supporters arguing whether the league they loved was ever real at all. A heartbreaking scene goes viral. A father and son sitting in a dark living room, watching old NBA highlights. The boy asks, Dad, were these games fake too? The father hesitates before whispering, I don't know anymore, son. Even celebrities start distancing themselves. Rappers remove NBA references from lyrics. Hollywood stars cancel appearances at games. The NBA's once glittering image dissolves into chaos. Amidst the storm, an anonymous video message appears online, supposedly from the architect. The voice is calm, confident, and eerily composed. You call it corruption, the voice says. We call it entertainment. You begged for stories, heroes, drama. We gave you what you wanted. You just didn't realize the price. The message ends with a chilling statement. The game was never yours. Statement. The game was never yours. The video disappears after a few hours, but by then it's too late. The damage is irreversible. The entire world is questioning everything they thought they knew about basketball, and about reality itself. And then, late one night, a breaking news alert flashes across every network. The Department of Justice is preparing to make an official announcement about the NBA investigation. Reporters gather, cameras roll, and the stage is set for what could be the most explosive revelation in sports history. The world holds its breath. Every major network cuts to the Department of Justice press room. Flashes from cameras paint the room white as journalists pack every inch of space. The podium stands empty for what feels like forever. Then, a woman in a dark suit steps up. Assistant Attorney General Karen Hines. She looks calm, almost too calm. The kind of calm that makes the silence in the room feel heavy. She adjusts her microphone and says the words everyone's been waiting for. After a months-long investigation into the National Basketball Association, the United States government has found credible evidence suggesting systemic corruption, financial misconduct, and deliberate manipulation of professional games. The crowd gasps. The internet explodes. Social media crashes momentarily as millions try to stream the conference live. She continues, her voice unwavering. Our findings indicate coordinated efforts between certain league officials, referees, and external financial entities to manipulate the outcome of games for financial and media gain. Multiple arrests are expected. She pauses, scanning the room. We are not at liberty to name individuals at this time, but the investigation is ongoing. A reporter shouts, "Does this mean the NBA was fixed?" Hines looks directly into the camera and says, "Based on our evidence, yes." Those three letters change everything. Fans watching from bars and living rooms burst into disbelief. People throw jerseys on the ground. Some cry, others cheer bitterly like a long-denied truth has finally been confirmed. Sports history has been rewritten in real time. Inside NBA headquarters, chaos erupts. Executives yell, lawyers sprint through hallways, phones ring non-stop. Adam Silver reportedly locks himself in his office for hours. When he finally emerges, he faces the press. His voice cracks slightly as he says, "We are devastated. If any wrongdoing occurred, it was without the knowledge or consent of league leadership." Reporters shout questions, but he walks off stage, face pale, eyes hollow. That night, the streets of Los Angeles, New York, and Chicago flood with angry fans. Chants of "refund the game" echo through city blocks. Protesters burn merchandise, holding signs that read, "Basketball betrayed us." Police presence grows as tensions rise. Meanwhile, players face their own emotional breakdowns. In one viral clip, an all-star collapses in tears after practice, saying, "I played my heart out for nothing." Another player tweets, "We trusted them. We trusted everything." Some stars delete their accounts altogether, unable to face the storm. Behind the scenes, arrests begin quietly. 2 referees, 1 former executive, and a major sports betting operator are taken into custody. The public demands more. They want names. They want apologies. They want justice. Then, unexpectedly, a familiar name resurfaces: the architect. Authorities confirm they are actively searching for a central figure believed to have designed the corruption network. A journalist leaks that the architect might have ties to international broadcasting firms and data analytics companies. Rumors swirl that the person isn't American at all. At the same time, another shockwave hits. Documents reveal that several star players unknowingly had their contracts linked to offshore accounts, their performance bonuses manipulated by betting outcomes. One email from an executive reads, "If he hits the buzzer beater tonight, our overseas partners clear 8 figures." Fans can't believe what they're reading. Moments that once felt like pure sports magic now feel like stage theater. One by one, old highlight reels lose their meaning. That legendary comeback, that unbelievable shot, that championship celebration, all now tainted by suspicion. A breaking news anchor looks into the camera and says, "It appears the NBA wasn't just a sport. It was an empire of controlled emotion. The human toll becomes clearer each day. Families of players speak out. One wife says through tears, "My husband sacrificed his health for this game," to find out it might have been scripted. "It's like our whole life was a lie." Another parent sobs, saying, "My son grew up wanting to play in that league. Now I'm scared for him to even dream about it." But amidst the despair, a few voices emerge with hope. Damian Lillard posts a short message online. "This game still lives in us. They can't take that away." It becomes the most shared quote of the year. Players begin uniting under the hashtag #TakeBackTheGame. Small local leagues start popping up across the country, promising transparency, honesty, and a return to real basketball. Meanwhile, the Justice Department releases another bombshell. Certain foreign investors had been influencing NBA outcomes to affect stock market movements and entertainment sponsorship deals overseas. It wasn't just about sports anymore. It was about money, politics, and global influence. The NBA scandal becomes a geopolitical conversation. World leaders comment. Foreign governments issue statements. Even the UN mentions ethical implications of corporate manipulation in global entertainment. And then, suddenly, a video leaks online. Footage of the architect being escorted by agents at a private airfield. The person wears a hoodie and sunglasses, face hidden. But the frame-by-frame analysis suggests it's a high-ranking NBA shareholder. The video hits 500 million views in a day. Reporters speculate non-stop. Who was pulling the strings all along? Was the architect acting alone, or was it a boardroom conspiracy involving multiple industries? Sports, media, and finance all woven together like one massive playbook. The following week, Congress holds a televised hearing. Senators question league officials about the moral collapse of America's pastime. One senator says, "The NBA was supposed to unite us. Instead, it deceived millions." Another adds, "This is bigger than basketball. This is about trust in American institutions." Adam Silver, looking older and defeated, testifies quietly. "We lost sight of what mattered," he says. "We let numbers and narratives replace integrity." Tears glisten in his eyes as cameras zoom in. "I don't expect forgiveness. I just hope the game survives." As he finishes, an audible gasp sweeps the room when another official steps forward. The whistleblower M, now revealed as Michael Thorne, a former league compliance officer. He faces the cameras and says, "I tried to stop it years ago. They buried my reports, destroyed my career, and threatened my family, but I couldn't let the lie go on." His testimony seals the fate of the scandal. Within weeks, multiple executives are indicted. Billions in lawsuits are filed. The NBA is suspended indefinitely for restructuring. Analysts call it the end of an era. But for fans, it feels like the end of innocence. 1 year later, a documentary titled Broken Courts: The Rise and Fall of the NBA premieres. It shows unseen footage of players grappling with the fallout, families rebuilding their lives, and fans still searching for closure. In one of the final scenes, a child picks up a basketball, spinning it in his hands before saying softly, "I just want to play for real." That clip breaks hearts around the world. In the aftermath, people start talking about the deeper meaning behind it all. How the NBA's obsession with drama and profit turned the sport into a performance. It became a cautionary tale, a reminder that even the purest passions can be corrupted when money writes the rules. But just when everyone thinks the story is over, one final twist arrives. An anonymous file drops on the same hacker forum where the first leaks began. It's titled NBA Reboot Chip Project. Inside are blueprints for a new league, funded by unnamed investors, promising transparency, blockchain tracking for plays, and no corporate interference. One cryptic line at the bottom reads, "The architect returns." Fans don't know what to believe anymore. Some think it's fake. Others whisper that maybe, just maybe, the architect was never caught, and that this is only the beginning of a new game. This is only the beginning of a new game. The video fades out, leaving millions staring at their screens in stunned silence. Has the NBA truly fallen? Or is it simply evolving into something even darker? No one knows for sure, but one thing's clear. The world will never look at basketball the same way again. And that's where we leave it tonight. A game once seen as pure, now shrouded in shadows. The NBA, the pride of American sports, revealed as something far more complex, maybe even sinister. The government's investigation is still ongoing. Key figures remain unnamed, and the mysterious architect may still be out there, pulling strings no one can see. It's a story that feels too wild to be true. And yet, every new piece of evidence keeps making it harder to deny. Fans are heartbroken, players are silent, and the league's future hangs in the balance. Some say it'll never recover. Others believe it'll rise from the ashes stronger than ever. But one question still lingers. Was it ever really just a game? Or has it always been a show scripted for the world to watch and believe in? As the dust settles, one thing's certain. Nothing in sports will ever feel the same again. Those last-second buzzer beaters, those emotional playoff victories, those epic rivalries. Fans can't help but wonder, were they moments of greatness or moments of manipulation? Now it's over to you. What do you think? Is the NBA truly corrupt? Or is this just a massive misunderstanding that spiraled out of control? Could the architect still be out there, planning the next chapter? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We read every single one. If you want to stay updated as this story unfolds, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because this saga is far from over. Trust me, you won't want to miss what happens next. Until then, keep your eyes open, your mind sharp, and remember, in today's world, not everything you see on the court is what it seems.